not sure why charging the Pro turns that off. That just seems weird. Hey, Ladybug. What are you doing, my guy? Alright. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's definitely going to be an early day. Probably early start, early finish today. Got a ladybug on me right now. Come on, dude. I'll let you back outside. Oh. There we go. Okay, we are back. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. That's part of the reason why it's cutting in and out so much, is it's not the connection, it's that I'm gonna have to look at that probably tomorrow. But we are just west of Pine Bluffs, Wyoming. I think it's a Wyoming town. It's either Wyoming or Nebraska. We are sitting pretty close to the Cheyenne here. We're gonna move closer actually. We're looking for a little land spout and a supercell off the bat, and then maybe we head south to Grover, where a couple other showers are trying to go. It could be over quickly today. Definitely not looking like a chase like yesterday, where it was a marathon from northern Nebraska all the way to south of Interstate 80. So, slept well though, slept in North Platte, but we'll see what we can see today. I'm not loving today. There's definitely some problems with it. Number one is storm mode, could get messy, and then up north it's just very stable, so we're gonna be kind of right on the edge of that, but it's also where moisture's a little bit better, so we'll see about that. But welcome back. Try and get this going here. Yeah, but you're probably right, Nat. It looks like that's probably what is happening, so I'll have to find a way around that and fix that, because I'm not too sure why. I mean, I've got the media mod, so I've got 3 different ports, so maybe I have to plug a microphone in or something, I don't know. But I tried to improve the audio on that down day. I realized that I had the audio set to front instead of rear, so hopefully it's just a little bit better. I'm gonna look into a completely, just a better mic to attach to it. But we gotta clean our windshield off here. I'm not in my normal vehicle again today. Probably gonna have to pick that up Monday, but had a great storm in Nebraska yesterday and a probable tornado. First we had that strong wall cloud yesterday. Really tried to put down a tornado, it just didn't quite work out. I mean, I was not even a quarter mile from that wall cloud, and I cannot believe it didn't produce a tornado. And then we chased a gorgeous supercell, and then that one died, and another one formed in right behind it, produced that tornado, and we got amazing structure. I'll post that on the YouTube community thing later. But I got some awesome shots. I went and picked a tripod today because I left everything at home, and I don't think I'm gonna be home till tonight, so just in case, I wanted to make sure I had all the gear ready. But definitely a storm trying to go up just east of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and that's where we're trying to go. Maybe some land spout potential early on. I'm not too sure about longevity today. Looks like it's gonna evolve into a Boeing line segment, especially into northeast Colorado and western Kansas with a damaging wind and a hail threat. I think the tornado threat is definitely lower today, but it should be an awesome chase either way, I hope. But I love Wyoming. It's one of my favorite states to chase in. Oh, watch out, little guy. Gotta avoid the birds out here. Yeah. We are rocking a Mitsubishi Outlander for this chase. Same as yesterday, but my Subaru Outback it's done. I just have to go pick it up Monday, I think. I don't think they're open tomorrow. So we got a little left mover to our north there, causing those darker skies over there, and hopefully a right mover that we're about to get on. A little bit clearer, yeah, all right. I know it's not gonna be perfect yet. I don't have the best microphone, but it should be clearer than it was for the first couple chases, I hope. It's definitely worse when it's windy or when there's hail. I know you guys can barely hear me, so I probably shouldn't talk as much during that, but some nice stormy Wyoming skies today. Speed limit of 80, that's awesome. We're basically chasing a little land spout threat right off the beginning of this, and then maybe some structure. We may have to dive south a little bit to get on those storms in Colorado, but not sure we'll make it in time for that. I really wanted to just try to get out a little land spout here, little land spout tornado, and I think this is the best place for that. But further north, we gotta battle with stabilization. So our storms, if they go up there, are probably not gonna be surface-based. And for most things, you want them to start off surface-based. For structure or for tornadoes, well, for tornadoes you need it, but on Interstate 80 now, keep trucking westward. Bumpy. I did get my tires and stuff looked at. Everything's fine. It was just the sensors that were acting up yesterday, telling me I had low pressure on 2 of my tires. So we knew that last night, but I just want to go in and get a second opinion, so I'm not in the middle of nowhere and my car just fails on me. Report our location on Spotter Network. If you guys have Radar Scope or some other app like that, you can see where I'm at. I have my location thing set up. I just need to finish getting figuring out how to overlay everything on my stream in real time. So hopefully on a down I can look at that. There was a pretty simple way, but I can't do that just due to my network restrictions. So I'd either have to get a different internet provider or do something else. But Yeah, I couldn't imagine being stranded in a blizzard up here. Thankfully I've never had to deal with that. I normally do all of my driving from like March to July, and then I just crash the rest of the year. We might be raining too much already to get a land spout. Look at that core off in front of us. Need to find a place to wipe down the windshield. I didn't realize how bad it was until I set you guys up. Try this. Although this just hasn't been helping with the smudging we've got yet. We're gonna have to go find somewhere to when we get time. But I got everything fully charged today, so it shouldn't just die midstream like it did yesterday. Yesterday I was in a bit of a rush, so I wasn't as thorough as normal. You could even see it on the thumbnail. I just didn't have time to throw a full one together. I set that up in a Walmart parking lot as the storm was going up near Thetford, so yesterday. Alright, in 6 miles we can go south. There's a couple roads that might hopefully take us back. Yeah, there's one down by Carpenter. Is this another left mover? I don't think. Pretty broad base on this. We're getting some inflow being pulled in. Maybe we get something here in the next 20 minutes. Definitely high based for a land spout, but can always try. If not, we can get south. I mean, right now this stuff's a little bit more organized, so. But it was always kind of the forecast that this northern stuff would go up and then get messy quickly, and that southern stuff would probably be the place to be. I just wanted to take a risk with this target because I don't have super high hopes to see anything super crazy for anywhere, so I figured why not take a shot in the dark with this target. I love Cheyenne. I'd never been here before last season. I've never been to, I've never chased Wyoming until 2023. I had a couple really nice storms come off the mountains. I think I had 3 different supercells that produced tornadoes that came from the mountains up here, so. Had that Chugwater Day, June 21st, or June 23rd, excuse me. And then we had Kimball 1 on the June 26th and Kimball 2 on June 28th. Those were great storms. They started in Wyoming, and just all around great chasing last year. Feels a little bit more like a grind this year though. I mean, it's still a little earlier. Already right turning on this. It's just probably going to right turn and down south, so it might just be a mistake to stay on it for this long. Maybe this will clean our windshield for us. Definitely looks a little elevated. There's another cell going up behind it already. Can you guys hear me when it's raining heavy or no? I'm just curious. Yeah, I don't think that this is the target. We'll get south here. That's what my gut tells me. Maybe we get to that storm southwest, but I think we should just go to Colorado. Oh yeah, the windshield's definitely a little cleaner now. Not bad. Alright. Hopefully this road's paved, but I would not be surprised to turn onto a gravel road up here. Hopefully it's just not pure dirt. Alright, it looks paved. Definitely gonna be cold out with this. I just don't know if that stuff down by Grover and Raymer is going to go. There's a severe thunderstorm watch out. Supercell trying to form. Almost out of it. It just looks kind of fuzzy right now. Keep going down this way. We may cut out in our service a little bit once we get into the national grasslands, but hopefully it's stable. I still don't have my signal booster, and that is too expensive for me to replace on the fly. Alright. Keep going here. Solid base, I guess, to our west. Good downdraft. But special weather statement issued. Stop here and check the environment. Thunder, lightning, no precip yet. Yeah, that stuff down south is going to be a slow start. I'm thinking things may move southeast today. But if it gets super messy, then I might just not even bother and get it ready for tomorrow. I kind of like northern Wyoming for tomorrow. I feel like it's a sneaky tornado target. And I would love to get a tornado up there. I've never seen one in that area. Yeah, I try not to swear. I can't promise that, like, if I'm in a car accident or something, maybe, but I try not to. You know, when I was a kid, I always liked watching the storm chasing stuff, and my parents never wanted me to watch it because people were just swearing.
On paved road.
So I always just wanted to, you know, I wish I could watch it, but I couldn't, so kind of want to give kids who are into storms and make it a family-friendly thing. Coverage that you can watch with, you know, everybody and not have to worry. That's really what I want. And some people say that's not being genuine, but I really think it doesn't matter. You know, no knock against the people that do it. It's just not really for me. Maybe getting a little bit of inflow off the rain here. Ah, shoot. Look at that hog. Wow. Go out when I'm giving a piece on. Classic Wyoming storm, though. Very classic Wyoming. Get up this hill. It's definitely got an updraft that's maturing here. I just don't want to get too far back into the rain. Got our classic tumbleweeds. I think here is okay. Definitely got a nice updraft developing. Broad base, we're starting to get a little bit of inflow here. There's another kind of base type feature that developed basically where we just came from. So it's kind of just a question of what becomes dominant now. Check on the stream. If it's too bad, we'll move. It's not doing too bad right now. But it looks like a shelf cloud / wall cloud trying to develop here. Looks cold and outflowy. When I say outflowy, I just mean that cold air is rushing away from the storm. And usually for tornadoes, that's not good. You want your air rushing into the storm. You need a mix, but when I say it's like outflow dominant, that means that cold air that's pushing away from the storm is just taking over and really reducing tornado potential. I'm not too sure where this one's at yet. But sometimes you can get tricked and a strong outflow surge can kind of help, but all right. Yeah, net, I get it. I mean, you know, I just want it to be something that anybody can tune into, you know, whether it's at work or, you know, whatever they're doing, and they don't really have to worry. Solid storm going up, though. We're gonna take a couple pictures. Need to be better about doing that. I've just been focused on getting the stream going, so I'll be right back. It's cold out. I'm gonna probably put a hoodie on. Probably not a good sign for any tornadoes though. Probably just a little too cold. But Wyoming, I mean, you can always get freezing up here with a tornado. I was up here in September and it was like 50 degrees and I watched a long-lived funnel cloud, so you never really know, but today maybe just a little too cold. I really want to get west, but I just want to make sure we're not missing too much to the south before I really close on this thing. Three tornadoes in southern North Dakota last week and it was 55 to 60. That's pretty common up there. You just don't need it to be as hot. And early season that happens too, but the further south you are and the later in the year it is, it just tends to be warmer in the mid-levels of the air. And sometimes you won't get storms or you'll get elevated storms that can't produce. So I'm not too used to chasing the high plains or northern plains even, but definitely used to those Texas days where it's like 70 to 80 degrees with a 60 to 70 dew point. This thing is really not looking too bad. So thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Been a wild year for storms and severe weather. I think to this point, or as of a couple days ago, it's like the second most active year on record. The only year that beats it is 2011, I think, so far. Do you cover any hurricanes? No, but I am interested. I've never chased one before, and I feel like that's something I'd want to go with somebody who's experienced for. Oh, we might have a little area of rotation right in front of us here. Looks like inflow trying to come up. Not sure. That might be a little funnel right in front of us. I can't tell. Well, if it touches the ground, we'll know. Seriously, that looks a little... It might just be this rain-cooled air condensing, but that's probably what it is. I'm gonna send in a picture. Yeah, definitely not tornado looking. Just looks like the rain-cooled air starting to collect on the edge of the storm. It is deceiving though. Inflow's picking up. Yeah, this is just a classic shelf cloud trying to develop. I think this is probably the main storm. That other updraft is passing us to the north, but it is severe warned. Just look at how that, I don't know, the way that those clouds are kind of angled 45 degrees from the storm pointing away. That usually means outflow. Sometimes it'll reorganize into something more supercell tornado-like, but probably not going to happen for this storm. Yeah, that Grover stuff really hasn't organized completely. So I think we made the right call by sticking up here for a little longer. All right, let's go. Scud popping out, yeah. It's very scuddy. It's still trying to get going here, so once it matures a little more, but land spout threat's probably done. Carolina's next time. Sure, I'm always down to try a hurricane. I mean, I don't want to start with anything too intense. Like, I don't want to just, oh, my first chase ever and it's a Category 5. Yeah, they severe warned that stuff. They severe warned the storm like north of me, like the core north of me, but we're definitely looking where we're supposed to be looking. It's just really developing, trying to consolidate here. Got some low-level scud that's starting to come towards where we would expect the wall cloud to develop. So we're gonna we should get a nice inflow tail off of this pretty soon, I would bet. Not sure if you guys can see it, but there's some lower scud coming off to the right that's moving into the storm. Storm as a whole is not moving very fast, which is nice for chasing. Motion's kind of picking up. It's also getting closer to us, so that's definitely part of it. We're going to look at our roads here just to make sure we've got a couple good ways out of this. All right, well, so we'll have to go south and then head towards Carpenter. There's that scud still trying to rise up there. Huh. Probably gonna get going here soon. I just don't want to get stuck in the hail on these roads because I don't know them very well. Yeah, we got like a shelf thing just to our north here. And it's trying to consolidate directly in front of us. Definitely not a bad storm. Check on our I'm gonna have to grab a phone charger here. All right, we're gonna get moving just to stay ahead. Starting to get a couple sprinkles, and I'm worried about the road networks out here. I've never been to this part of Wyoming for a chase. I've been north of here a lot, up to like Chugwater. So we'll turn around here and take a jog eastward. Bumpy road. It's already looking a little bit messy, but we're gonna do what we can to keep a great chase position on this as long as we can. This is fine to drive in the rain, but I'm just not sure about anything downstream. Hopefully the shaking doesn't disconnect the camera. That's happened to me a couple times when I get on. Yep, when the road's too bumpy, that happens. It'll just disconnect for some reason. It just loosens the cord just a I am not a fan of... Neither's the camera. The camera's not a fan of the bumps. We may just have to speed up here and get out of the way. Not going too fast right now. Okay. Man, that is bright. We're gonna stop, grab one picture, and keep going. I really like this kind of field we have here, so I'll be right back. Definitely steady, low, outflow dominant, high precipitation storm, all the buzzwords are going to be tough to chase. Okay, we may be getting a little bit of service. Okay, Well, I still have you guys. We are going to be going south here. I don't like this target anymore. Just don't think that this is it. Just cold outflow, so we're going to blast to Interstate 70. We'll be there in a couple hours. So that's kind of where the chases went. We saw a pretty storm for a little bit, and then I lost you guys right on the border. Storm has definitely transitioned into more of a linear kind of mode. So I want to get south here, see if we can catch anything before it goes to upscale. It's just getting really messy, so I'm not a big fan. The other stuff is a little messy too, but as you go further and further south, there's fewer storms. So we're just gonna try and race this line segment down. Hopefully we beat it. Sorry about the service loss there. I didn't know how bad it was gonna be, but it seems like between Burns and Grover, there's almost no service. Not sure how well it's going to be maintained, but I know as we go south it'll get better. It's messy right off the bat. We had a nice storm for a little bit that's pushing its outflow way south. Like its outflow is way ahead of the storm, so I'm just not very interested in it. I think we'll go head towards the Lyman area for those severe storms moving in. It's gonna be a while, a couple hours. We'll probably have to get gas between then. Pretty much expected. The forecast is still on track. It's just now hopefully we can get down far enough south. Definitely time to get moving south. check everything, make sure, see how service is. It's not bad here. But sorry about that, I knew it was going to get rough there. I feel like some of those parts I would have had better service if I had my signal booster, but it is what it is. Back in the next day or two. Only chased through this area twice now. This part of Colorado. I was here in 2021 and I was pretty close to here a couple days ago. We're gonna head south, see what we can get on. Fast is this thing moving? Not very fast. Used at 20 miles per hour. So let's just say it keeps that pace. Okay, we'll meet this thing probably near Hugo. It's the one we're interested in. Service is improving all around. So we're gonna blast as far south as we can get. And if everything gets messy, I'm just gonna go call it and go pick up my car. Long drive to this next storm. 2 hours. 2 hours. Be able to sleep at my house tonight though, it'll be nice. Probably head up to Wyoming tomorrow is probably where I'm gonna go. I'll have to look at everything tonight, but alright, we'll go left here. Whew. Oops, you guys can hear me now, twice. Another chaser. I'm just not interested in this northern stuff. I got the drone up for a little bit, got some solid footage, but this thing is just done. So, all that stuff by Wyoming is going to be outflowy cold, wind damage threat. I want to get on Supercell, so we're going to go south. Way south, like to Lyman. So, perfect sunshine, Colorado storm north, east of where I'm standing. Yeah. Low from Trinidad. Yeah, there's supposed to be some constant mountain storms coming off the mountains today, tomorrow, and I think even the next day. Got it back up. I need something that like notifies me when it fails. So nothing surprising going on yet. Nothing surprising about how this has evolved. Just was thinking it could evolve differently, so gonna keep it moving here. Long commute to this next target here. Plug in our thing here because it's getting low. There we go. We had a great storm there for a little bit. It just didn't last very long. I'm gonna eat my Cheez-Its. So I'll turn south up here in about 5 miles. 129 miles away from getting on these storms. See if we can get on that Callahan thing. It's not moving fast. issued a new mesoscale discussion? They did. Out near Burlington. What is this about? Significant severe wind swath. Well, if that's the case, these things are going to outrun us pretty quickly here because it's just going to go cold and outflowy. Like what our storms did. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep heading down that way, but definitely looks like a wind threat. Yeah, like this is just going upscale, like for us. We're still about an hour and a half away, and it's moving away from us. It's safe and get ready for tomorrow. Low level stability. Severe weather warnings floating around in Kansas this evening into tonight, where the main threat is definitely damaging wind. Call it a day. Can't drop this thing off until Monday, so actually I think I could drop it off tomorrow morning before I leave. That's what I'll do. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do really appreciate it, as always. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this thing here, and I hopefully will see you guys tomorrow in Wyoming, maybe Colorado. We'll see where we end up. So have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay severe weather aware, and I'll be back tomorrow.